Welcome to the first episode of Dr. Glenna TV. You have unique gifts that need to be shared with the world. My passion, which is also my job, is providing you with the tools to remove any physical, emotional, mental, spiritual obstacles that are preventing you from showing up as the healthiest and happiest version of you. I'm Dr. Glenna. I'm a naturopathic doctor, and I'm the mom of 3 small kiddos. And my passion is truly helping you become the best version of you. So today's episode is going to be about burnout. Thank you for showing up just as you are. So we're going to dive into burnout. We're going to talk about how you can pinpoint the cause, what the symptoms are, what it looks like if you are burnt out. And I'm going to give you 4 important tips to start working on now so that you can step by step start to feel better. So let's dive in. So first of all, burnout is like a sympathetic overdrive. It's when our sympathetic nervous system is turned on too much and our parasympathetic is turned on too little. That sympathetic overdrive is like our fight or flight. The parasympathetic is when we restore and repair. And as you know, we need a balance of both to stay healthy. If we're burned out, it has a lot to do with our allostatic load, the wear and tear that's happening in the body if we have repeated and chronic stress. Basically, if our external environment is basically too tough for our physical, mental, emotional state, if we are demanding too much, if we're expecting too much of ourselves. So here are some symptoms of burnout. Fatigue, overwhelming fatigue. You might be sleeping okay, but you wake up exhausted and not rested. Or perhaps you can't fall asleep. You're tired, but you're wired, and you have a hard time having a really restful sleep. Another one might be a constant feeling of overwhelm, like you can't catch up. Like you need more hours in the day, but you just can't get there. Another might be low mood, like a mild depression, lack of motivation to get going, to exercise, to help yourself. Those are common symptoms of burnout. We'll discuss more symptoms at the end of this video. So first thing you need to do is look at your sleep. If you are not sleeping well, you don't have a good quality of sleep, that has to change in order for you to have optimal health. So many important functions and processes happen when we're in a deep sleep. So many hormones and neurotransmitters are replenished when we're sleeping. Second one is, what are you fueling yourself with? Is it junk or is it nourishing food that's helping to repair all the cells in the body continuously as we break them down? That diet also includes water intake. Are you drinking water? Are you having artificial means? Are you having drinks with artificial sweeteners? Are you constantly having juices or stimulants like coffee to keep going? Or are you hydrating yourself properly? That's a really important component of your diet and your nutrition. The third one is, how much time do you take to play and relax? And this play truly means relaxing, because when we're in that state, our parasympathetic nervous system is turned on. If you can't get there and if you can't relax, chances are you are in some stage of burnout. Being able to turn off that switch and go into parasympathetic is so important to repair the wear and tear that happens when we're in states of stress. And as long as we can repair and keep up with the repair and rebuilding, then we're in a good balance and we're in good health. The fourth one is, and this is the last one, what is the number one thing in your life you want to change? Sit with it. It might take you more than just this video to figure that out. Write if you have to. See a counselor if you have to figure that out. Or ask yourself and go within. What is that number one thing? Is it your job? Is it your weight? Is it your health? Is it a relationship? Is it your negativity that's going on in your mind? Whatever it is, first pinpointed, then start to reach out for resources, whether it's books, professionals, to help you step by step change that one thing in your life, the greatest thing that is weighing you down. When you can find that out and start to lift it, you'll be getting out of sympathetic overdrive. You'll be decreasing the allostatic load and the wear and tear in your system. Very important, so I'll repeat them again. The first one is your sleep. Look at your sleep. Are you getting a healthy 8 hours of sleep? Somewhere between 7 to 9 hours of restorative sleep. Do you have a hard time falling asleep? Do you have a hard time staying asleep? That's number one thing to address. Second thing is diet and water. What are you putting in your body? What you put in your body 80% of the time will determine your health. The third one is play. Do you play and relax every single day? Doing something that you enjoy, laughing, reading, walking, yoga, nature. Is there something that you're doing that nourishes you, refills you, refuels you too, at the end of the day or in the morning, whenever you can? And the fourth one is asking yourself, what is the number one thing in your life you'd like to change? The number one thing that's holding you back, that's putting a weight on your shoulder. It's really important. And it's not like you're going to change this one thing and then voila, life is better and there's no more stresses. But when you address that one thing, and it can take a week, it can take months, it can even take a year, but knowing that you're changing it really helps decrease the stress and starts to lighten the allostatic load. And then you go to the next one. The important part is that you start. And doing it step by step is manageable and it's sustainable. And anybody that is in a state of burnout cannot tackle 10 things at once. It's very important to keep it simple. So those are my 4 tips for you. If you're interested in more, I have a guide that's coming out soon in a couple weeks, and it will be out, and it's called Burnt Out to Brilliant. And I created this for women. I've been practicing for 17 years in naturopathic medicine, and I have created this so that women could print it out, keep it in their computers, and after connecting with one of the causes of burnout, is really use my tips in there, my suggestions with diet and supplements as a check-in, basically, to go through and remind them to stay on track, to remind them the mindset that's needed to stay healthy, that if there is a lot of burnout, what to look for, whether it's a thyroid or adrenal issues, B12, low iron, malnourishment, lack of sleep, just to keep going back and reminding yourself when you have this guide, this is the cause, this is my weak link, this is what I have to heal step by step. It's a great place to start, and it's got great suggestions and tips that I've been working in my practice for the last 17 years. So I'll put the link below this video. Feel free to take a look at what it includes, and if the burnout symptoms I mentioned resonate with you and sound like you, it's time to start investing in yourself, caring for yourself, and truly looking at what you need to stay healthy. So if you're interested in this video or more, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channels. I will be doing this weekly on different topics that help women truly get out there and start to share their gifts to the world and become the happiest, healthiest version of them so they can manifest their greatest health. So thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day.